Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the analysis of YOLENO TV. I hope you're well. From wherever you're watching this channel, I want us to shift our focus to Archbishop Anyolo. We all know that he's one of those archbishops who returned William Ruto's donation. At least that is one thing that we were told by the Catholic, that they did returned William Ruto's donation. Now, this time round, Archbishop Anyolo has weighed in on this issue of IEBC vetting process. And there's a very specific message here that the Archbishop is telling us, which I want to take you through, first of all, before we proceed with our analysis.
As Kenyans, and he also trusts Kenyans' ways of doing things, and the trust is built into the Kenyans, things will work well. The most difficult thing I think now is that IEBC up to now is not trusted.
The Archbishop is talking about trust, because we all know that right now the biggest concern from IEBC is how to win the people's trust. And looking at the manner in which the statement was being delivered and the content of that statement, I could tell that the Archbishop was saying that we don't trust the IEBC. Now, we all know that Anna Madi was taken through the interview, Charles Nyachai, and a couple of other leaders. We are also aware that Oswago was dropped from that list because of the Chicken Gate scandal. So the big question that is trending right now is, can we trust the body? I have seen politicians talk about many things, but the big question is, can you trust the IEBC that is being formed? Now, before we continue this analysis, ladies and gentlemen, kindly like this video. It's so important, because when you like this video, that is the only YouTube shares our content. Subscribe to our channel if you are not subscribed before, and to existing subscribers, thank you so much for your support. Can we trust the IEBC? Talking about trusting the IEBC, let me first of all take you to the statement that SK Macharia released about the IEBC register.
I was picked from my house at night, and all the returning officers from Mount Kenya region were held somewhere, and their return forms taken, and I was taken to my office. I found some people, I'm not going to mention their names, and we changed all those figures and to back on the election.
This has gotten so many people talking and trying to weigh in on the issue, because one of the requirements or the recommendation of SK Macharia was that if the IEBC register can be cleaned, then itakuwa sawa. Why was he talking about cleaning the IEBC register? That story takes us back to 2007. You all remember the story about 2007, the disputed presidential election that saw the emergence of post-election violence. We all remember that story. So there was the issue of dead voters. And the story that SK Macharia told us is that in Mount Kenya, those returning officers, all of them, they were locked up in a certain, I don't know, room or a certain office. And then SK Macharia was confronted with certain officials, I don't know, government officials in his office. And then cooking was done. I mean, this is a statement that SK Macharia told us. And that is why he was saying that the best way forward is to clean this register, so that those he termed as dead voters can be removed completely. So that iwe, kama let's assume a region like Taita, wakipiga kura, we know that Taita, for example, are 1 million. Isiwe Taita ati wanapiga kura 3 million. So you wonder, kwani 3 million, how comes hao ni wengi sana kushika na wengine? If, for example, maybe people from Duruma, if they vote, if they are 500,000, wawe 500,000, wasiwe inasemekana kwamba wao Duruma ndio the largest community, hata wanapiga 4 million. Where are they getting this 4 million? It is not possible for a region to vote 100%. It's always going to fall between 70%, 80%, 60%. In fact, 70% ni nyingi. But you find that, for example, if Duruma is pronounced to be a region ambayo imepiga 100+%, so that means within that period in IEBC register, there was nobody who died. In fact, all the regions, all the people from that community X, all of them voted. So that's why SK Macharia was talking about clean this register. I think this is the best thing going forward to prevent electoral theft. Electoral theft will still be there if that register is not cleaned. And we have seen this. NASA at one particular time called for this cleaning of the register. That was in 2017. In 2013, CORD also called for the cleaning of this register. Now SK Macharia has lifted the lead and again is calling for this cleaning of this register. So that is why I think Bishop Anyolo is bringing a very, very important conversation, that the trust of IEBC is going to depend on how they are going to conduct themselves, and especially this IEBC selection panel.
You're not even looking at just you as individuals. You are looking, how can technology help us to do this? How can we improve the policies? Can we address, for example, the question, I don't know if it was Dr. Muli or somebody who asked about the complementary system with the focus on trying. It's not something that I am naive enough to think that can be achieved overnight. But I was answering the question from Mr. Bore, what would I like to be remembered as? That's why I keep saying, even if it's not completely obliterated, because that may not be easy, if it is reduced, as opposed to getting worse, then I will feel I am happy to be remembered that way.
A lot of noise, which I was able to calm. There was a lot of integrity issues which are in the public domain, and which we were able to manage and reduce significantly.
Hao ndo wataamua kwamba Wakenya wataanza kuamini ama watachagua watu wa mrengo fulani to achieve agenda of that particular mrengo. So you know what I mean? Most of the time utapata kwamba ule mrengo labda ni mrengo ambao una support serikali. We heard what Kalonzo talked about previously about Ruto and Raila unity in relation to this IEBC selection panel. Now, just go below in the comment section and tell us what to think about the statement from Anyolo. And perhaps if you're watching this video and you've not subscribed, take 1 second and subscribe, like this video. Until we catch up again, stay safe and stay blessed.